I'm here. Hello. Sorry I was late. I'm sitting there chit-chatting with Lizzy. And I look there and there's a room full of people. I am so sorry. Let me say hi to everybody and then I'm going to bring Lizzy on camera. She is an amazing person, guys. Thank you, Odd, for putting in the links. I really super appreciate it. Crystal, you were here very early. I want to tell you, Crystal was here an hour early, and so was Lizzy. She was on the wrong time, but apparently so is Crystal. And they happen to live in the same state, which is interesting. Hi, Diamond Queen. Robert, hello. I'm glad you could make it. Yvonne is here. Oh, everybody's here. Crashly, she's almost the first one here. She's riling up the crowd. Sarah, hello. Helen, nice to have you. Deborah's here. We're almost too ready. Oh, no, you can't be too ready, Odd. Ruby Q is here. Hi, Ruby Q. Rachel is here saying howdy to everyone. 3 minutes and counting. That was 4 minutes ago. Sorry. Please try to tag Rebecca if you have any questions for Lizzy, the way they are easier for her to see during the interview. I have someone that's going to look out for questions that's messaging me. So make sure you put the questions in chat. That person will see them and get them to me. But yeah, just in case I missed them. So, Robert said he watched Hamilton for the first time. Well, that is something we can talk about later, but I'm sure that's an interesting conversation. Christy's here. Lizzy. Hi, Lizzy. Helen, crafting with Christy. Yes. Okay. Robert's still talking about Hamilton. Hi, Shalene. Billy's here. Hi, Billy. Okay, we got a crowd. Shalene, Dia, Dawn loves diamond painting. Tia, she wants to know who's excited. Oh my goodness, Nana's here. Hi, Nana. Jerry, welcome, Jerry. Alex, the enabler. We can start now. He's here. Welcome. Mystery is here. S&J Creations. I hope I don't miss anybody. Rivka, I was just watching you and Wolfpack. Great live. Your paintings are amazing. It's just amazing to see the confetti because that's what I'm looking at when I look at my painting. I think that's what everybody did with the mystery this time is just did confetti. Who have I missed? I'm going to bring Lizzy in and we're going to chat. Okay, I think I've gotten everybody. Let me catch up. Hi, Deanne. Diamond Painting with the Besties is here. Guys, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button if you're going to enjoy the content. Ring the bell if you want to know when I have another video posted. And if you're already a subscriber, consider joining and becoming a member. Also, you'll see running across the screen, we are supporting Lizzy's YouTube channel. If you go there, you're going to see some older artwork, but she is going to be updating that channel, and we're going to talk to her about that. Elizabeth De La Rosa. Oh, hi, Nareda. Oh, we can start. Nareda's here. Janice Tucci. Hey, girl. Melly's here. Kerwin. Hi, Kerwin. Wow, who did I miss? Melody loves her hobbies. Jake, don't start. Jake is here. Jill is here. Halloween. Greetings, mortals. Diamonds on Kirby. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I am sorry if I missed you, but welcome, everybody. All right, I'm bringing in Lizzy. What are you barking at? My dog's barking at you. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm going to put you in the big box, and I'm going to stay in the little box.
Ooh, so much pressure.
So I lost weight. You didn't.
Put me back little.
So before I take this off the screen, tell us about your YouTube channel. I'm going to take it off the screen now. It's all down in the description, guys, if you want to go later on to her channel.
So when I first started painting, I did some videos, and then later on I did some animations, but they weren't like the animations that I'm doing now. And I put them there, and I kind of just ignored YouTube and focused on other platforms. And so now I kind of see the need for YouTube on account of the fact that it's an amazing platform that I've just kind of ignored and I need to pay attention to. But I also feel that although I feel like I never know what I'm doing when I'm painting, and I shouldn't be teaching anyone because I'm self-taught, I just get a lot of questions like on TikTok and Instagram, a lot of messages. And instead of just answering individually, which is becoming kind of time consuming, I figured I would do some tutorials and just kind of help some people and show what kind of brushes I use because I get those questions a lot. And just kind of, I want to just start doing YouTube now instead of the other platforms or in addition to the other platforms. So look out for really cool content. I'm just gonna, I'm not here to teach anybody, but just to, or I guess I am, but more or less just to kind of share what I've learned and see if anybody can learn from that.
Wow, she's huge on TikTok, guys. She loves TikTok.
I do.
It's easy,
it's quick. I'm a wannabe filmmaker, so it works great.
Yeah.
But I'm going to transfer some of those onto YouTube. So there'll be some of that too. And then there'll be some educational and tutorial type stuff and just random information that I've learned online that I'd love to share and help other people at this point.
So just tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, have you been doing this artwork for a long time? When did it start?
I started in like 2011. 2010 is when I started getting creative again. I used to draw as a little kid, and then I got a regular job when I was, 18. Worked for state government for 20 years. And my soul slowly was dying. And I had the chance to retire early and decided I'd go back into creativity and started just doodling around, doing like sculptures and stuff, and ended up doing some painting and just teaching myself how to paint. And almost 10 years later, here I am, and doing all kind of fun stuff and creating what I want to create. So it's really awesome.
And for the record, this is what you do now full time.
Yes.
No more government.
Well, and I run I have a gallery. I own a gallery. So, but I just opened it and then COVID hit. So it's kind of like, yeah. And I love making content for the internet. Like I'm all about making little videos and stuff like that. That's why I like TikTok. And so I think YouTube is going to be kind of fun. I've been really nervous about starting a YouTube channel because I don't like being on camera. So like even looking at myself right now, I'm like terrified. But I kind of have to get over that fear and just do it because it's the only way that I'm going to, get myself out there and show who I really am and what I love to do, which is teach and inspire, in addition to create. So yeah, that's where I am. I'm getting over that fear. Thanks.
Tell us about the artwork that we see. How is that created? What medium are you using?
It's acrylic on canvas, mostly is what I paint on. So initially when I started using acrylic, I had no idea how to use it. And I used YouTube to teach myself and educate myself. And little by little, at first I hated the medium, but because it didn't do what I wanted it to do. But as I learned it and started to master some things about it and see that you could blend it really well, with patience and with some different techniques and mediums, I've learned to just absolutely love acrylic. And I tried oil for a little while, but I'm too impatient and it's like moving mud around for me. So yeah, it's acrylic mostly on canvas. I do a lot of digital art too. So as you can see, I have my pencil and I have my iPad with me. So
I noticed your iPad there.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's my wand.
So do you transfer that onto a canvas, what you're doing on the
No.
iPad? You're just
No,
playing
my
around with
digital art
ideas?
is just for prints and stuff like that. Yeah. But my actual paintings, they start from scratch, a blank canvas, and I usually sketch things out with charcoal, and then go on and start doing the underpainting, and then start adding colors and layers, which is the whole reason why I kind of wanted to start the YouTube channel. It's to kind of explain what my process is, and it might help somebody else that's been trying to figure some things out. And if I can help somebody kind of just make better art, awesome.
I was showing Lizzy earlier. She had not seen any of her paintings as a diamond painting. I don't know if you can see it over there.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's the time escapes us. That was the first time she had seen one completed. So, how are you liking the diamond painting?
Oh, I love how excited people are about it. And I've seen some in progress. I might have seen one other one completed, but I'm not 100% sure. There are, I think, a couple of other diamond painters on YouTube, and I recently ran onto like just somebody that had tagged me, but I hadn't noticed that they tagged me, and I think theirs was complete. But I don't remember which one it was. It might have been Jessica Rabbit. But this one, seeing it up, I guess I haven't seen one like completed and like up on a wall or something. So that like really just was really cool to see that.
Yeah. So, we're all dying to know. We see that you have two eyes. What's with the one eye?
Well, the one eye is when you meet somebody, typically you shake their hand or whatever, and humans look from right eye into right eye. We just, and so what you're trying to portray to that person is in your right eye, like, hi, nice to meet you. But if you're having a bad day or you're sad or something, that left eye, if you're not left eye dominant, which a lot of people aren't, it will show the true emotion. And so I've noticed, like, look at people's pictures, cover the left eye and the right eye. If there's some sadness or something, you can see it in that left eye. So another reason is because I'm totally bad at symmetry. And in high school, I used to do girls. Like, I was like, I'm not going to mess with that. The one eye took way too long. And then Jessica Rabbit, in the 80s was real popular, and she was real super sexy, with the other eye covered.
Yeah.
And so I kind of just, in high school, I remember I did a couple of one-eyed girls, and I remember the big eyes from Margaret Keane's work. And so when I started painting, I kind of took those two things, the big sad eyes or the big emotional eyes, and the one eye look, which made them look kind of like, I don't know, sexier to me or whatever. And then as I began to learn more about just some things and some facts, the whole thing about the left eye being the eye of true emotion totally resonated with me, because my art is all about emotion and about true emotion. And so why bother with what we're trying to portray? Let's just go ahead and show the emotion. And that's what I try to focus on in my paintings, is more emotion, versus
I'm going to go around and be looking at everybody's left eye now.
That's gonna freak them out. It's gonna freak them out.
Please.
Look at somebody's left eye in a conversation, it'll freak them out.
Oh, so did you say you do sculpting as well?
Yeah, I did some sculpting for a little while. The first thing that I did, because at one point I did, when I was working for a regular job for the state in Florida, I did some cake decorating. And so I learned how to do like sugar molds and little sculptures and stuff with sugar. And I found out that I hated decorating cakes because I hated baking. It was a mess. And I just wanted to make something pretty. I didn't have to want to make something and then make it pretty and then clean up. So when I had the chance to just create, I thought, let me buy some canvases and let me buy some, because I had all the molds for the sugar stuff. So I just went on YouTube, of course, and learn how to do a structure for sculptures, and just started playing with polymer clay. And I did a collection of, I don't know how many, there were like a dozen of them, and you can see them on my website, LizzyFalconArt.com, and it's under, I think, other projects or something like that. And they were really cool, and I didn't want to make them like regular skin tone, so I just made them gray because I didn't want them to have an ethnicity or anything, and I didn't want them to look like dolls. So I gave them a gray tone skin, and I kind of liked pairing like really colorful hair with them. And so that's how my style kind of came about, was the gray toned women with the funky color hair and stuff like that. And so yeah, they were like a collection of 12 of them, and they all had stories, and the stories were imprinted on the actual pieces. And I think all of them but one have sold. Yeah, so that was my first thing that I did. And then I started painting. I was terrified of painting. A blank canvas totally freaked me out. It still does now. Like that's another thing I'll be sharing on my YouTube channel, is like, I paint my canvases gray because a white canvas is just like, it's too intimidating. So that's how I kind of got over that fear.
By painting it gray. Wow.
By painting it gray. So that, and it helps just, it just helps take that intimidating factor away. At least for me, it did. And I've kind of painted with some people and given them that little tip, and it kind of eases you a little bit. Yeah, that canvas staring at you in the face, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
Did you put anything on there? Did you take any classes? I mean, outside of YouTube, did you take any classes in art?
Well, I did. I had a mentor, but maybe like 6 years into painting, 6 or 7 years into painting. So, and he was a retired Disney artist. He lived in the area, and I heard about him, and I sought him out and let him know that I was an artist that liked whimsical, to his work. And I had seen his stuff at a shop like a few years prior, but I was so intimidated to even reach out to him. But eventually I did, and we became really great friends. He became my mentor, and he is pretty much the only person that has given me any instruction other than YouTube. And what I learned from him is just incredible. I mean, I guess like some little Disney secrets and stuff that he learned in his time there. So yeah, I guess that would count as a class, because I shadowed him for an entire painting. So it was a week. I would get up early, go to his house, spend all day with him, watching him paint. He'd explain what he was doing. And so once he completed that painting, just every once in a while, when I was having trouble with something, I'd go to his house and bring my painting, and he would critique it for me and would be brutally honest yet helpful. And in addition to that, he also gave me some great tips. He gave me a lot of books, and everything he told me to do, I did. Like, I didn't second guess him. I wasn't like, well, I kind of don't want to do that. I just absorb every little bit that I was able to get from him. And then he moved away. We're still friends. He's still my mentor. I still every once in a while reach out and let him know what I have troubles with, and to see his work, and we inspire each other. So that would be the only class, other than just me going at it like the obsessive person that I am, and just trying to figure out that medium to get it to do what I wanted it to do.
Yeah. Do we know his work? It's not Anthony, is it?
No, it's Jesse Clay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his name is Jesse Clay. He was a illustrator for Disney. He actually created the first Walt Disney World map for Disney World in Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, and he did some amazing, he's just incredible. And he can do stuff from like hyper realistic to whimsical. Yeah, so I had one of the best.
Yeah, Rachel, we got another artist to go after.
Yeah, Jesse Clay, he's amazing. Oh man, good luck with that.
Yeah. So from start to finish, how long does one of these pieces that we see take?
Um, well, like recently I did a collection of, I think there were like 7 paintings, and it took me 6 months to complete the collection. So sometimes I don't like to just start on one piece and work on it until it's done. That'll drive me crazy. There are so many layers to it, and I like for them to kind of uh, develop. Sometimes I go in with a vision, and I start, doing stuff, and it kind of turns into its own work. Although I kind of have some direction. So they don't take, they used to take like just a couple days because I was a lot quicker and I didn't give them much thought. But now I put a whole lot more of heart, soul, and thought. There's a lot of researching that I do, a lot of reading that I do before I create a piece. And like just a lot of my heart and soul goes into them. So yeah, they take a while, sometimes weeks,
Do you know
and
before
sometimes
you
months.
start? Do you say like, okay, I'm going to do a Disney princess, or I'm going to do Alice, or do you have that general direction, or do you
Um,
know where
when
it takes you?
when I have a general direction, it's usually when I have a show, and so they tell me what the subject matter is, and you have to create something for that particular show. Um, but when I do a collection that is not necessarily for a show, or like when I did one for my solo show in Portugal, I just took about, I think that one took me more than 6 months to create that collection. And my recent collection was about a little over 6 months as well. And then in between them, what I want to start doing, because I've kind of gotten to the point that these pieces take such a long time, and I have to charge a certain amount for them to make up for all the time that I'm creating. I'm going to start making smaller pieces that take less time, and that my previous collectors can still get their hands on. So those will be available to my collectors first before I post them on Facebook or Etsy or anything like that. So yeah, so become a collector and get like first dibs on, smaller paintings.
Okay. So I'm reading through some of the questions. Where did you, there's a couple a couple shot idea you had. The one where there's a male in the moon. Does that sound familiar?
A male. Well, mm, I'm not sure. So I have a moon character. I have drawn some men. I have painted some men before. Some were commissioned, and others just played with the story. But I don't paint a lot of men. But I do have a moon character that has developed with time, and he kind of has it's a man face, like, kind of like a paper moon, but I kind of turned it
I
into
got
more of a man. He kind of had a little bit of a Zeus look to him. So, is that what they're talking about?
Well, I guess they'll tell me.
Okay, I'm
um,
trying to fix it here. Hold on.
why women over men? Do you think? Just
I don't know. I think I just paint a lot about what my journey on this planet is about, and so I'm female, and that's what I kind of put out there, that female energy. Um, and then when I need to put in some male energy into my paintings, that's when typically the moon or some animals will come into play, and that's how I kind of express that energy versus my own. And so I remember my very first show, somebody asked me if I was painting myself, and I was terrified. I was like, "Oh God, no! I don't paint myself." Um, but I did tell the person that I was like, I kind of feel like they look like my mom sometimes.
oh, how fun!
And then the person replied, "Do you look like your mom?" And I was like, "Oh crap, I think I might be painting myself," but it didn't really. hit me. And it's not like a likeness of me. It's just, you know, my expression of me, I guess. If that makes sense. I don't know.
You or your mom.
Yeah, I'm hating my mom.
In my case, that would be seriously scary. Anyway, do you have a favorite Disney character?
Mickey Mouse, man. Hands down, Mickey Mouse. Yeah.
And I've seen you put him in some of your drawings.
Yes, I wanted to be a Disney animator. So that's why having Jesse Clay, the retired Disney artist, be my mentor was so super cool. Because when I was 18 or 19, I was getting a portfolio together and I had drawn Mickey Mouse so many times. I could draw him in my sleep and in every position because I wanted to be a Disney animator. And I didn't plan on going to art school. I was going to go to Disney and pitch my dream. And, you know, they probably were going to reject me and tell me to go to art school. But right before I was able to do that, Hurricane Andrew came and destroyed my portfolio. And so that never came to be. And that's how I ended up getting the state job, because that was just a temporary thing for the summer. 20 years later, that's my story. I was like, I'm going to do art now. I was like, I'm going to do art.
And by the way, Lizzy is Cuban heritage. She grew up in Miami. I remember Hurricane Andrew. Yeah, that just devastated Miami. And your portfolio.
Yep.
So you never went to Disney.
And my piano. Damn.
But it appears to me like when you put Mickey into your paintings, it's kind of random. Like you don't really plan it. He's just sort of there.
Yeah, it goes with the story. He made a lot more appearances. It's kind of like I kind of grab a character for a little while, and until I tell that story, then I release it. It might reoccur later on in another painting, but now I'm kind of I haven't painted him in my paintings. Whenever I painted Mickey, or I incorporated Mickey into a painting, it pretty much represented my dream of being an artist.
Yeah.
So that's how I express that thought or that feeling. And it tied into the story I was trying to tell in the painting, and it usually represented just my dream of being an artist. Certain things represent certain emotions or stories of my life.
Just so the people in the chat know, the paintings that she's talking about with the Mickeys in them, you can see them on her webpage, Lizzy Falcon Arts.
.com.
.com. Go to her page and you'll see them. We haven't seen any in diamond painting form, but that's where I saw them on your website. Look, she's got Mickey Mouse in some of her.
Yeah, and I haven't painted him in a while. The last time that I painted him was in a painting, and I don't think that one's on my website because I didn't like the way it turned out. But it was called Lingering Memories, and it was when my mentor moved away, and it was Mickey at the front, like at the helm, and I think like holding a lantern or something. So it was just kind of like my story of me wanting to be an artist, having met Jesse Clay, and then he moved away. And so I kind of told that story just with a Mickey Mouse at the helm of a boat. So yeah.
Aww.
I know, right? So sad.
Now, someone asked if you have a Patreon. Do you know what that is?
I do know what it is, and I don't have one.
She will, guys. When she gets that YouTube up and running, she's gonna.
I have to do some YouTube videos on it. I'm like, I don't know enough about it. I do know a lot of my other artist friends have Patreon pages, but I know that you have to create a lot of content for your, for your patrons. And
when I went to your YouTube channel earlier, you had 48 subscribers, So I think after tonight, you at least will double that. So
Oh, awesome. Thanks so much. So I promise I'll make really great content for them. I have plans of starting that next week. I've been a little terrified, like I said earlier. But this has helped me a little bit because now I'm looking at my face on the YouTube.
well, that's
I'm like, it's not so bad. I can do it.
Yeah, we were actually discussing, what kind of camera, what she would need. She needed like a little white light to make herself look good,
Yeah, I need a ring light. I need to improve this lighting. Hold on, I need to get my dog really quick. Hold on.
So people are saying that you're up to 62 subscribers now. Oh, she's a dog person. So she has a little chihuahua there.
I had to get him. He's barking. Sorry.
Oh, what's his name?
His name is Pico Sanchez. Also, he's got some YouTube videos. Just Google Pico Sanchez. And yeah, that's my little baby. He's 16 years old. Well, gonna be 16. It's my little teenager.
So one of the in the chat, they want to know what's the meaning of the sad faces within your characters. Is that what you're seeing in the left eye, or is that their emotion that you're seeing?
I kind of feel like my artwork used to be a lot more sad than it is now. I like to show emotion in my artwork, and sometimes some people see sadness, some people see strength. Oh my God. So they're not all sad. I think they used to be a lot sadder, and I used to like draw like really distraught looking women. And I think now they have a little bit more confidence and a little more strength to them, which is something that I myself have developed with the years of creating artwork.
I've noticed some that are darker than others. Like they almost look like, to put it bluntly, like somebody punched them in the eye.
Well, probably the earlier artwork. I wouldn't say my most recent stuff. I don't know. So you tell me.
Yeah, I mean, just very, like their eye is bruised, like they've been through a fight.
It's makeup. It's makeup.
It's makeup. Okay.
Well, no, there are some early ones that I don't know what it is, and maybe that's why people kind of, whenever they see my artwork, they're like, this reminds me of Tim Burton's art. What I noted, and when people started saying that to me, I looked at Tim Burton's artwork and his characters, like even in his movies, and he does a lot of the very like grayish skin tones or whatever, and he does this darkness around the eyes. So I don't know what he's channeling there, but I guess I channeled it too. It's just kind of I don't know. I kind of like the look. I used to like the look of the really kind of creepy, darker art. Lately it hasn't been so much that way. If on my website, you can kind of see, I've got it from the most recent and newest artwork. And then as you scroll down, you see the older stuff. And the older stuff, I think, is a little more that way. But, sometimes I'm feeling kind of grungy and dark, man. And sometimes I just got to.
That's okay.
Add that.
I'm looking at Alice, and her eyes are fine.
Yes. Good.
The other one that I ordered that I haven't started yet is Milkshake. I love Milkshake.
Oh, Milkshake. Yeah, I love Milkshake.
And the ice cream sundae. I just, that one is an awesome painting. Mystery is saying she likes the look of the face of the witch because it looks very confident.
Yeah, that's kind of like it's kind of like maybe a couple years ago is when they started looking a little more, I don't know, like strong, having a little more strength or something in them. So like I said, I paint about my own journey. So I pretty much, whatever I'm feeling, I put into these paintings.
She's had a rough day, so don't start painting tonight.
Yeah. Hey,
We
somebody else might resonate with that though.
We tried connecting last night. There was a YouTube blackout. We tried connecting this afternoon. She lost power. So it's been
Had
this.
to travel miles to get to a Wi-Fi spot.
She lives in a mountain, so she had to drive into town to get a Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no cell service out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, they've discovered your TikTok. They've put it into chat.
Yay. I can't see the chat. Is that normal?
Yeah, that's the chat. You can read the
No,
chat.
I can't see a chat. I don't see any words.
See the chat? Okay. Yeah,
No.
there are 84 people chatting away here.
Oh, maybe because I didn't log into YouTube. Okay, well, I can't see the chat. So if anybody's saying anything and I'm not responding, I'm not being rude. I just see you and me.
Well,
See, I told you I need to learn YouTube. I need to learn the YouTube.
Rachel's husband says, what did he say? Where'd he go? Jessica Rabbit has it all.
I'm glad he likes it. That was for Jessica's 30th birthday. She was 30. I think last year when I created that piece, and because she was such a huge influence on account of her, sexy one eye thing. Yeah, I had to do a tribute to her. Absolutely. So, and I'm glad that she's so popular and that people really like that creation.
Oh, he says you do have to log into YouTube to see the chat.
If I log in though, I might lose you, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's not do that.
On your iPad there, you just have to turn the volume down. If you have your iPad in front of you, you can go to Crafting Journey to my live, but just make sure you turn the volume down and you can see.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Or on my phone?
Or on your phone, either one.
Okay, let me see, because I think I'm logged in on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. Cool. Okay, so I got to go to you.
Yeah, just make sure the volume's down or you're going to get a horrible echo.
Okay. Volume down. And what am I looking for? Crafting Journey.
Crafting Journey, yeah.
Journey. Yay. Yeah, I see myself looking lost.
No,
there are all the comments. Cool.
There's a little bit of a lag, so you'll notice that. Then once you get your YouTube channel, I'll teach you how to use StreamYard.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Which is what we're using now.
Okay. Yeah, there have been so many advancements since I first put a couple things on YouTube and was like, I just thought, I see all the YouTubers and even artists, and they're very like personable and on camera. And what I tried to do with my YouTube was pretty much what I do with my TikTok, which is not show my face and just show my art. And now I'm just ready to show my face and be like, this is me.
You did have that one video recently on Instagram, but you clearly made it on TikTok, but you did never face the camera. I noticed that.
No.
So, but that was a cute little video.
Thanks. I mean, I showed my butt to TikTok. I mean, I might as well show my face.
So do you have a studio in your home or is that in your gallery?
That's in my gallery. That's where I've been painting lately. And it's a really great space for creativity. It's just really calming. And yeah. So I've been creating there lately.
So now
wherever I can. And I always have my iPad on me. So coffee shops, the parking lot at the gym. I'm just, always doing something.
So would you have any recommendations for someone that wants to get into digital art now?
Yes, an iPad Pro and an Apple Pencil and the Procreate app. Those three things, and YouTube to learn how to use it, because that's how I pretty much. You can learn anything on YouTube, can't we? So
yes, you can.
Yeah, that's
I brought my coffee pot this morning, And I wanted coffee so bad that I went on YouTube and learned how to fix the darn thing.
See, I'm telling you, it's great.
And
So I bought my iPad, I bought a pencil and the Procreate app, and I just learned how to use the layers. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff I still don't know how to use on it, but it's a pretty easy app to use. And I just go from there straight to printing, and I print my own prints and stuff. So it's really great.
So we have someone in chat. Her name is Jennifer Roberts, DP Addiction Adventures. She said, if you ever need an Apple product, please contact her. Her husband works for Apple, and
Oh, cool.
With products.
Awesome. I need an upgrade on my iPad Pro pretty soon, because every time I go to use Procreate, it's like, nope. So I have to shut it down, start it back up again. So I'll be in touch with her.
Yeah, DP Addiction Adventures.
Okay, yeah, I saw she just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. And for anybody else that has subscribed tonight, thank you.
You
I'm
are
gonna put some good content on, I promise. I mean, it might be a little sketchy at first, like, because I don't know what I'm doing. But it might not be looking all pro yet, but I'll get there.
Rachel said hello.
Hi, Rachel.
She said she painted a rose the other night on her iPad.
Cool.
I am interested to see your tutorials. Is that going to be digital art, or is that going to be the
any and everything that I do? I'm just going to kind of put on there whatever I'm working on, and then kind of just show tips on, you know, how I do it. And then of course there'll be some actual tutorials. But as I work on stuff, I plan on explaining more about my process, because I get a ton of questions like on TikTok and Facebook and stuff, and it's getting harder and harder to reply to each individual person, and it's getting repetitive. So I figure if I just say, hey, go to my YouTube, and I've got a video about that, it's a lot easier, and I don't feel like I'm blowing somebody off, or, you know, taking the time to explain something that, you know, somebody can just go and reference a video of mine, and then I can just keep creating, you know. And then if they have a follow-up or whatever, because I love to communicate with fans, or, you know, just interested artists, and sharing. But it's way more time consuming, and so I'm not creating content or creating artwork. So I think that would be kind of, also that was one of the reasons that I thought that I should do a YouTube, so I can just refer people to a link, and they can kind of see, you know, get an answer for their questions.
Mistria, I think she said the type of equipment that you need for the digital art. You said the iPad, the iPencil, and Procreate app, right?
Yeah, that's what I use. I use the iPad Pro. I use the big screen one. I don't know how big, the 12-inch screen or something. I don't know. And pencil and the Procreate app.
Oh, those pencils are cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see what other questions we have. Someone didn't catch the name of your dog. It was something
Pico Sanchez, Pico Sanchez. He has his own last name. I named him after an artist in California. And he's a beautiful blue Chihuahua. And he was a racing champion, by the way, in a doggy model. I mean, he was Mr. Popular. He's retired now.
So we've got 15 minutes left. So I'm going to show one of the new releases, and I'll let you talk about it. And this one actually has a man in it.
Which
or
one?
Maybe this is the guy with a moon face.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
The show, guys. Here comes one of the new releases. Don't forget, there are multiple codes you can use if you're going to order it, Rebecca 15, or if you guys have a code, you can save 15% off your order. Here's Harley Quinn with, he does look like the moon.
It's the Joker / moon. I turned the moon into the Joker.
Oh, how funny.
I like that piece. It's older, but I had fun with that.
Let me see if I can Hold on. Let's switch you over here. There. You can talk about this piece now. I mean, did you have this planned out before you started drawing it or painting it?
I did. I knew I like to do the moon. I've always done like a paper moon style, like a moon with a face. From the beginning, some of my first pieces were the girl sitting on the moon. There was just something about that I liked. And so when I know I wanted to do Harley Quinn, and so I thought it'd be really cool if I turned the moon into the Joker. And I love the way that it turned out. And I think I did this one right before I did MegaCon. I did MegaCon, I think in like 2015. And I was trying to do some fan art because that's what I felt was really popular for that venue, and I kind of wanted to have some prints and stuff of that. And so
It's in the background and the bomb and the
yeah. It just that one. I mean, I just kind of go into it like I said, like I think the bat in the background. You can't really see it that well, but now I just remember it. Those were all like little last minute details. The bomb. Yeah, I forgot about that piece. It's a little bit older. I
yeah.
dig it though.
Okay. Well, we'll show you the other one. Maybe that's newer. I don't know. Here's the second Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that was around the same time. I did both of them at the same time. I was a little bit obsessed with Harley Quinn at the moment. Can you tell? I don't do that much fan art anymore. Unless like the Jessica Rabbit one, I think was one of the last ones that I did that was kind of fan art. And unless a show requires it, kind of like, you know, it's some there's a one gallery that I've done a night at the movies group art show, I think like a couple years in a row. And so sometimes I'll pick like something like that, but lately all my collections have been a little bit like not so much like fan art and stuff like that. I've kind of veered away from that, although I do love me some Alice in Wonderland, and like I said, like when Jessica Rabbit turned 30 and stuff. So yeah, I still like doing some characters.
Alice in Wonderland. I'm a huge Alice in Wonderland fan.
Yeah, that's my big I love Alice in Wonderland.
So when you do a fan art, you don't have to get this stuff licensed, do you?
No, because if you do them in your style, I mean, you're okay. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, she's got the one eye.
yeah, it's in my style. It's an original creation. It's nothing like taken like from. It's just my version of Harley Quinn. So yeah.
So these two paintings, guys, oh, actually three. There's one more I'm going to show, but all three will be available tonight, right after the interview ends. You can go to Treasure Studios Arts and purchase. They're already up on the website, according to Rachel. She just said. So, Kate, that's uncalled for. Crafter Christy says, Crashly saved me. Crashly is in chat, and she is probably your number one fan. And she is going to be the one, probably the first one to unbox one of these two Harley Quinn paintings. So,
hey, thanks for being my
that. Her name is Crafts with Crashly. So,
okay, I see her. Okay. Hey.
Yeah.
Crashly.
Yeah, Crashly.
I call Crashly. Well, the daughter of a friend, but she's my friend too.
Well, her real name's Ashley, but I'll go on a messenger and I'll be looking for Crashly and can't find her, and then realize that's not her real name. Yeah. So everybody is wanting to go purchase them at this point. All right. Are we ready to see the third one, guys? I'm excited about this third one. All right. Here is number 3 for tonight.
Ooh, Maleficent.
Maleficent.
That was a piece I did for a show in Portugal, and I think it was the night of the movies. I think it was the show I was just talking about. Yeah, and I chose Maleficent because the movie was about to come out, and I was all excited about it. So it was a perfect show, the perfect theme, the perfect subject. And the only thing that I couldn't do Maleficent, I thought, was because, you know, she has that head wrap or whatever, right?
Yes.
So I was like, the two eyes was going to be an issue. Although recently I've painted a couple of pieces with two eyes. So I put her off. I offset her on the canvas and then put Diablo on her shoulder. So it was perfect.
I see. Okay. So
Yeah.
I have to tell you, when you first came to Treasure Studios Arts, we all went to look at your artwork on your website, and that's what everyone said. We want Maleficent. Get us Maleficent. And that
Yeah.
was probably the number one request. And then came Harley.
Wow.
But yeah, so people are thrilled to see Maleficent. And some people love Diablos.
I love it. I love my little I love my little weird crows that I've been doing recently. They've kind of taken on his personality, his look a little bit. So yeah, actually what I was working on my iPad is a well, it's a lot sadder, but it's one of those little birds. So yeah, based on Diablo there.
She said, people want to know, why is her eye looking up?
I really don't have a reason why it's looking up in particular. It was just, it gave her the look I wanted. Because what I do is I work a piece. I don't start with a perfect face. I kind of, my faces at the beginning of the process, they're ugly. And I just start working them to where, you know, it has the look or the emotion that I want. And so her looking up is not anything in particular other than when I finally got it to that point, I knew she looked right. She just had the look and the emotion that I wanted.
I think
I don't
she
know if
looks
that makes
like
sense.
Angelina Jolie. I think she does. Yeah, she's got the cheek.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't usually use reference photos of people. I'll use like I'll take a picture of myself with like my arm or in a certain pose, or my hands or something for a painting. But I don't typically use like I said, I just work the faces until I see what I want. But I did reference Angelina in the Maleficent trailers and stuff like that, and posters, movie posters for this painting, because I wanted her to represent Angelina and to kind of have that look, not to be exact, but to kind of be like, you know, a little bit of a representation of her, because I thought she was awesome in the role.
Tia says that's after they took her wings and she's pissed and sad at the same time.
Yeah, I worked on one and it never came to be. And it was like from the first movie where she used to be a fairy. I didn't know that. And so it was called I Was Once a Fairy, and I never finished it. So that might happen one day.
Yeah, you need to go finish that.
Yeah, I have a lot of unfinished paintings. I just kind of like put them off to the side. I put them on timeout and then I just work on them a little more. And that's why they take such a long time to create. Because I let them kind of just, you know, just stew there a little or a lot.
I love the colors in Harlequin, the shading, the hair. I mean, oh, it's beautiful. And she's
Thanks.
holding a bomb. And she has is that the Joker
Yeah,
tattoo?
the Joker tattoo.
Oh my God. Even her belt buckle. That is so cool.
That's my favorite part of the painting is the belt buckle.
So if someone said, I'm going to diamond paint something for you, what would it be? What would you want us to diamond paint for you?
Oh, my favorite one, like of the ones that have been released, or
Yeah, of the ones that I know you have favorites in your gallery. Yeah.
yeah, favorite in my gallery. Eesh. Um, gosh, I can't pinpoint one right now.
Well, how about of the ones that have been released?
Probably I love the and I have not seen it completed. The Alice with that one.
Hold on. Is that one released?
I don't know if it's released yet or not.
I
I thought it was. No? Am I wrong, Rachel?
I don't think so.
I think it might one day be
And it does get released.
I think I submitted that one to Rachel. I don't know. I don't want to get myself in trouble. I don't know.
So
let's just say Maleficent.
Tell the people in the chat though, this particular painting here with Maleficent, Jennifer Roberts is going to be the one to unbox that. DP Addiction Adventures, that is on its way to her to do the unboxing, and that's the same person that wants to get you some Apple deals.
Oh, cool! Tag me when all that happens, because I wanna join in. I wanna see.
Oh, absolutely. We will absolutely, it probably may be done as a premiere. So I think you've come to the premieres before.
Yeah, I did. I've done a couple and they were really fun. I'm a little slow with the chat.
But we'll definitely we'll let you know when those unboxings happen so you can be a part of it.
Cool. Super exciting. Yeah, I love that. And I've missed a couple, obviously, because I'll go back and check YouTube and I see that there have been some unboxings and stuff. So I try to comment on them and let you all know that I appreciate like the support so much and the enthusiasm, and it's just really cool. So I thank the diamond painting community like for being so enthusiastic about recreating my artwork with diamond paintings. It's really flattering. Thanks.
She's definitely on Instagram. You just find her under Lizzy Falcon Art. I always, whenever I put up anything of Lizzy's on Instagram, I always hashtag Lizzy Falcon Art, right? Lizzy Falcon Art? Or...
Yeah, it's actually, let me see. It's Lizzy_Falcon.
But you have Lizzy Falcon Art as well, right? Or is that something else? That's what I hashtag. Okay, so I'll hashtag you so you get that.
Yeah, stuff. It's I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, Lizzy_Falcon. Okay. Okay. So we'll look for you on Instagram. So before we go, can we tell her how her YouTube is doing? How many followers or subscribers did we get her? Yeah, Jen says she's been doing hashtag Lizzy Falcon Art as well. So yeah, we'll start hashtagging the right one then, so you can see the progress.
Well, yeah. So tag Lizzy_Falcon.
So let me see when she does her unboxing, she's going to invite you, and she's going to dress up as Harley Quinn, from what I understand.
Oh, that is so cool.
You were up to
I can't wait for that. That's exciting.
Subscribers. Did you hear that? 77 subscribers you have now.
Thanks, guys.
And I haven't been over. I'll subscribe too. So I'll get over there. I'll subscribe. So you'll have 78. So any last questions before we depart tonight, guys? Everybody's going to be running to Treasure Studios Arts to purchase.
Awesome. I super duper appreciate it. And definitely tag me when you're working on your pieces or when you've completed them or whatever you do with them. I don't know, throw them in a fire, put them up in your wall. I want to see where they end up because I see the purchases, but I don't often see, sometimes I'll get tagged, but nowhere near as much as like the purchases versus what I see happening online. So feel free to tag me because I get all excited when I see people working on them.
So Rachel mentioned a puzzle. Do you have a puzzle?
Yes, I have a puzzle that a local toy store is that they had made, and a percentage of the proceeds goes to someone in our community that's in need of help. Like I think last month we chose a young mom of 3 that was going through cancer treatments. She never stopped working or anything like that, except when, you know, she wasn't feeling well. But
So where could people buy this puzzle if they wanted to help?
on my website, LizzyFalconArt.com, under the shop section. It's only $30. It's $1,000, not $1,000. It's 1,000 piece. Only $30, 1,000 pieces of Flight of Canary that I did at the beginning of COVID. And so it's a really cool image. It's, you know, perfect for the times, and it helps someone in our community. And yeah, it's a great product. I mean, one of the local toy store, the owner, did all the arrangements, and even for the proceeds going to help someone in the community. It was all her idea. I just did the artwork and, you know, signed along with it. But if anybody would love a puzzle, it's limited edition too. So once they're gone, they're gone. I bought a few for myself, A, to help the cause, and B, just because no more are going to be made after that. So
well, Christmas is coming, so we'll definitely check that out.
yeah,
so,
they're only $30. So it's totally worth it. I think they weren't overpriced.
I love it, except for, you know, when the animals knock it off and then you can't find the pieces. But yeah.
Well, yeah, that.
So it was great meeting you. It was great meeting your Chihuahua, and I know we will stay in touch.
So that's the puzzle right there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's beautifully packaged. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's got my bio on one side and the mission on the other. So it does make a really cool gift, you know, to yourself or to somebody that, you know, that likes puzzles. Like I said, it's for a good cause. So it's a win-win.
All right. Thank you very much, Lizzy. Everyone in the chat is thanking you very much.
Thank you, everybody. I didn't keep track of all the comments. Will I be able to see them afterwards?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Sure the comments will be part of the video. So yes.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I so appreciate it. And like I said, tag me on your creations because I'd love to see them. And I do appreciate the support so much.
Well, I'm looking forward to the tutorials. So
yes, the ring light must happen.
All right. Take care, everybody. Thank you.
All right. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.